The Hebrew Bible, the 5 books of Moses, Genesis, chapter 19. And the 2 messengers came into Sodom in evening, when Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. And Lot saw, and he rose to greet them and bowed with his face to the ground. And he said, "Oh, please, my lords, turn aside to your servant's house to spend the night and bathe your feet, and you can set off early on your way." And they said, "No, we will spend the night in the square." And he pressed them hard, and they turned aside to him and came into his house. And he prepared them a feast and baked flatbread, and they ate. They had not yet lain down when the man of the city, the man of Sodom, drew round the house from lads to elders, every last man of them. And they called out to Lot and said, "Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so that we may know them." And Lot went out to them at the entrance, closing the door behind him, and he said, "Please, my brothers, do no harm. Look, I have 2 daughters who have known no man. Let me bring them out, and you do to them whatever you want. Only to these men do nothing, for have they not come under the shadow of my roof beam?" And they said, "Step aside." And they said, "This person came as a sojourner, and he sets himself up to judge. Now we'll do more harm to you than to them." And they pressed hard against the man Lot and moved forward to break down the door. And the men reached out their hands and drew Lot to them into the house and closed the door. And the man at the entrance of the house they struck with blinding light, from the smallest to the biggest, and they could not find the entrance. And the man said to Lot, "Whom do you still have here? Your sons and your daughters, and whomever you have in the city, take out of the place. For we are about to destroy this place, because the outcry against them has grown great before the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it." And Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law, who had married his daughters, and he said, "Rise, get out of this place, for the Lord is about to destroy the city." And he seemed to his sons-in-law to be joking. And as dawn was breaking, the messengers urged Lot, saying, "Rise, take your wife and your 2 daughters who remain with you, lest you be wiped out in the punishment of the city." And he lingered, and the man seized his hand and his wife's hand and the hand of his 2 daughters in the Lord's compassion for him, and led him outside the city. And as they were bringing them out, he said, "Flee for your life. Don't look behind, and you don't stop anywhere on the plain. Flee to the high country, lest you be wiped out." And Lot said to them, "Oh no, my Lord, look, pray, your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have shown such great kindness in what you have done for me in saving my life. But I cannot flee to the high country, lest evil overtake me and I die. Here, pray, this town is nearby to escape there, and it is a small place. Let me flee there, for it is but a small place, and my life will be saved." And he said, "I grant you a favor in this matter as well, and I will not overthrow the town of which you spoke. Hurry, flee there, for I cannot do nothing before you arrive there." Therefore is the name of the town called Zoar. The sun had just come out over the earth when Lot arrived at Zoar, and the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord from the heavens. And he overthrew all those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and what grew in the soil. And his wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham hastened early in the morning to the place where he had stood in the presence of the Lord. And he looked out over Sodom and Gomorrah, and over all the land of the plain, and he saw, and look, smoke was rising like the smoke from a kiln. And it happened when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the upheaval, as the cities in which Lot dwelt were overthrown. And Lot came up from Zoar, and settled in the high country, his 2 daughters together with him, for he was afraid to dwell in Zoar. And he dwelled in a certain cave, he and his 2 daughters. And the elder said to the younger, Our father is old, and there is no man on earth to come to bed with us like the way of all the earth. Come, let us give our father wine to drink, and let us lie with him, so that we may keep alive seed from our father. And they gave their father wine to drink that night. And the elder came and lay with her father. And he knew not when she lay down or when she arose. And on the next day the elder said to the younger, Look, last night I lay with my father. Let us give him wine to drink tonight as well, and come lie with him, so that we may keep alive seed from our father. And on that night as well they gave their father wine to drink, and the younger arose and lay with him, and he knew not when she lay down or when she arose. And the 2 daughters of Lot conceived by their father. And the elder bore a son, and called his name Moab. He is the father of the Moab to this day. And the younger as well bore a son, and called his name Ben-Ami. He is the father of the Ammonites of our days.